Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Angry Fans. I'm your host, Afro, and with me I got the fucking Baron, son.
Yes.
I still like the Immortal Dragon as your name, but I'll go with the Baron for today's episode.
I have many names.
Yo, speaking of the Immortal Dragon, I don't know if you know this. Did you watch the live action Immortal Dragon, The Way of the Household Husband? There's a live action series.
I watched the first 3 episodes, and it was much different than the anime.
Yeah.
I saw what they were trying to do, but the anime just steals it for me every time. Like, I mean, comparing them side by side, like the anime just always wins. But it was nice to see them go. They went right for it. They're like live action, and then dude was just describing everything so quietly, and I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah, he was so serious.
I was like, I'm gonna go back to the anime real quick, and then realize why I really love the show. So
I still just love that they use the same voice actor to play the character.
Yeah, it was the same dude.
But speaking of Netflix, with that, there is a new outtakes series for that show where it's funnier, and they say it's even better than the live action show that they just released. So you should check that out when you get a chance. Way of the Household Husband, everybody. But the next thing I want to talk about is on Netflix with Cowboy Bebop. The live action adaptation is coming soon. I don't know if you saw the news. They actually just came out and made a statement stating that this is not an actual remake of the anime, but it's actually a continuation of the series.
Okay, so that would explain why. I'll be like, I'm sorry, but Homeboy looked way too old to be Spike. But if it's a continuation,
but I mean, picking up where the show ended off, I mean, where do you think? Like, do you think it picks up right where the show left off, or we're talking like years later?
No, they'll probably do something years later. I think that would make the most sense. Picking up right where it left off would be like just too not like unprofessional. I think they should have it just jump off, and they're gonna be like, all right, well, he'll have a couple flashbacks of that last episode, and then that'll be it. Because the last episode was that when he was in the he came out of the church firing guns, the white haired dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
With him and Vicious with that beautiful fight.
Just shooting each other all the time. So I think that if they could, he's gonna need to recover after that. So
for sure.
They'll give him a couple of years, probably a little time jump, and they'll have if it can do flashbacks, I'm all for it.
That would be
the pictures, the pictures, I really wasn't liking Spike's look, but everything else looked beautiful. Everybody else's character looked great, and I was like, all right, I like the way they're gonna have to try to approach this, but it's just they look like they kind of forced Spike's character. Like, yeah, you put your outfit on him, but I was just like, I just didn't feel like it captured it. But maybe I'll feel different when I see the movie. Like, the acting could completely just blow me away and be like, all right, this is even better than I thought.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it, and I'm not gonna lie, man. My man John Cho, his hair is luxurious. Like,
I was gonna say, it's too wavy for Spike, bro. I was about to say, what is this? I was just like, he got hit by L'Oreal from that fight. Like,
it makes it look like he drinks lattes and doesn't smoke cigarettes anymore.
Like, he drinks clear liquor. I was gonna say, damn, man, Spike, what happened? You chilling with Margaret in the community center?
So with this happening, I know Netflix is starting to work on more live action anime series. You know, One Piece is coming soon, and they want to work on a live action Gundam. So many different projects. Are you worried about this at all? Are you excited about this?
I've been worried, but at the same time, I try to appreciate people stepping up and taking on these live action roles and trying to, give us their vision of it. But at the same time, there's some of them that, like, you shouldn't have done that. You should have just left it alone. But you never know. Some people can surprise you. I mean, I like the live action Bleach. I was really surprised by how much I thought I wasn't going to like it, but I loved it. But
I thought they did a good job, and I can't wait for that to come back.
For the graphics and everything. I thought that was pretty good for Netflix. But then I saw Death Note, and I went in and I was just like, I thought I was going to hate it, but it's a couple of the actors I wanted to see. And then I watched it, and then I was just like, all right, this is a different take, somebody else's vision. Not better than the anime Death Note, but it was just, I didn't cringe so much while watching that movie, I thought. So, I mean, you never know. But I did see the pictures for One Piece, and I was just like, okay. And then I saw Usopp, and I was like, okay, y'all are doing that? All right. Cool. And then I saw Chopper, and I was like, okay, respect. I like this vision. Do that with Chopper, like, an actual reindeer, bro. That shit is funny.
Well, I don't know if all that is legit or not. There's so many hit or misses, and there's so many rumors out there. So until I actually see a trailer, I'm not going to judge anything.
Yeah.
especially from my favorite anime. I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm scared
Hey,
shitless right now
you
based
know
off what I've
me.
been
You
seeing.
know I would love if this movie flops, just so I can I can be like, hey PJ, remember when Luffy tried to get too real? Yeah, it didn't work for him.
Baka.
Looking like Reed Richards up there. I'm just looking like Reed Richards, the elongated man up there, bro. Not Luffy, the gear man. But I'm just playing. It's nice to see people getting the opportunity to turn like things we've been watching for years into like live action.
I know it's crazy to think like I was 8 years old when I first saw One Piece, and now I'm 30, about to be 31 in
You see what
February.
I'm saying?
Fucking
Yeah, I
now I'm
was
finally
mad
gonna get a
young.
live action, and the anime's still going on. Speaking about One Piece, they just released their 100th volume of the manga this week, and they've already sold over 1 million copies, and it hasn't even been out a week. So clearly, they're doing something right. They're getting the old readers back interested, and they're
I'll wait
getting
till
new
Attack
people
on
back
Titan
into
gets
it.
back.
This is probably going to be the most sold volume of all time.
Until Attack on Titan gets back at the end of the year.
We'll see. We'll see. But also the 1,000th episode of the anime, everybody says it's one of the longest running animes of all time, even though it's like 5th on the list. The 1,000th episode will be coming out in November. I'm wicked excited about that, especially depending on, I've been reading the manga, so I'm curious to know which episode it is. I'm trying to time it out right. But I can't wait because everything going on in Wano right now is fucking crazy. That's all I can say.
Okay. Huh?
All right, but some other news I want to share with you. I know you just started watching That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
Ooh.
They actually just announced after the last season that just ended, they actually just announced that a movie is going to be coming next.
I did see that. I am very excited. And
no news on whether this will be canon or not, but the rumor right now is that it will focus on the Empire War arc, picking up right where the last season just left off. And I am all for it. Apparently that's supposed to come in fall of next year. And I have no problem waiting a year to see that movie because I know they'll do it right. Rimuru is one of my favorite characters across all anime.
Rimuru's dope, but like
everybody. Are you all caught up right now?
No. I'm still. He just sat down with the white-haired bandits thugs who are gonna take. They are gonna be the ones who defeated the Orc King and what is it? Remimaru.
Benimaru.
Remimaru. Yeah, he's gonna be like, yo, I just helped you. And you're the ones who beat the orc. And then he was like, man, shut up, Slime. And then homegirl just came up with her sword and was like, what'd you say about my boss, bro? And then he was just like, oh, chill. He was like, oh, damn, she's looking kind of fine. And then he started talking shit again. He goes, oh, hold up, she's right there. And then I was like, yo, bro, what's his name? Little round face homie. Gobi? Gob? Oh my God. He came out the cut and smacked somebody. And then he was like, oh, dude, what's up again? Y'all hunting? He's like, oh, don't worry, I got this. And I was like, yo, bro, like he went from strung up in the cell, sleeping all night. And they left him there when in one of the first episodes when they went to the city of dwarves. They left homeboy in the cell, left him there. They were like, yo, all right, we're gonna go and get tried, and we're just gonna leave you here. We don't want you to get prosecuted with us. And then they still left him when they got released. I was like, homeboy, he just left him in the cell, and now he's one of the baddest motherfuckers in the show. Like, what's Tempest Wolf? The dude, the wolf's son, who's like now like the shadow, like he rules all the dire wolves, and now Gobi is his boy. He's like, oh, dude's talking shit. And he was like, yo, I'll fight any of y'all. Who is it, my boy? Guy, no one. Oh, I was like, yo, bro, that is probably my new favorite character, and he's already been around for what, over a year now. So it's just like, yo, to see him, and he was just like, yo, I'm out here doing the work, and then everybody's like, yo, bro, you're the man. And he was just like, I guess I am the man.
His squad will do anything for him. And
bro,
when I got that GIF you sent me as a text the other night, I couldn't stop laughing, bro.
Yo, bro. His sister came, and then she was just like, I'm here to pay respects. And he goes, oh, sister, I thought you came to see me because you missed me. And she's like, nah. And he was like, Nani? He was just like, what? She just kept talking and didn't even pay attention to him. I was dying. I'm like, yo, he's my new favorite character in anime right now, guy. And then he goes around, and he was supposed to do something for Rimimaru. Rimimaru? Is it Rimimaru?
Benimaru.
Benimaru. No. The slime.
Rimuru,
yeah. He was investigating his plant, and he goes, how's plant life going? He goes, behold, I have grown some green like grass. And it was just like 3 strands of grass. And the slime just looked at him like, just smacked him in the face, like, nah, bro, don't try to play stupid. And he was like, I'm sorry, master, you're right. He's like, I got some other shit over here. Let me show you. But he kept trying to like gas himself up that he just grew grass. And then dude was just like, really? I'll smack you real quick. I gave you a chance because everyone was just like, yo, he's kind of annoying. But then they were like, yo, please have pity on him. He's not a bad guy. But like, he's my favorite character. That show's great. The orcs, the ogres, the way he gives them names. Like, it's just, it got better and better and better, and it just keeps getting better and better. And like, I love how his entire clique is just all different monsters, and they all sit there looking at you like, say something. And then as soon as somebody's like, yo, it's a slime, and then everybody's already ready, like clenching their fists, like, yo, I'll be the first one to hit him. Don't you, yo, I'm gonna be the first one to hit him. Don't touch him. I'm gonna hit him first. But like, their powers, dude can like snap his finger and send black like a Amaterasu in an orb. And then the other dude can like multiply himself with the razor threads. I was like, bro, these dudes are legit. And they're all like, yo, let me fight. They don't even,
They are. It's pretty dope. I can
like
tell you, like I always say, man, it only gets better. And with that show, that is the case. And it's not just for Rimuru, it's for everybody that you just named.
Everybody.
Because as he gets stronger, they get stronger.
All the pigmen. I was like, bro, like, and the pigmen's like, yo, I'm sorry, I killed your family. Take my head. And they're like, no, we work for Slime now, so you work for him too. So I'm battle general. You work for me now. So bygones be bygones. Just kill as many people as I need you to kill. Homeboy's like, oh, like every one of them is like somebody's son. Like the pig lord was the big pig lord, his son. The dire wolf was the other dire wolf's son, and then like the old goblin, and then like his son, and then they gave them names, and then homeboy should be sitting around like, oh. Yeah, we did the fields, and he's just flexing every time. I'm like, bro, this is the funniest. Like, he's just chilling, like, report from the supermarket. Greens are on sale, and he's just like flexing, and he's like, all right, good work. And he's like, anything for the great. I'm like, ugh. I was like, bro, like, I think that's probably in contender to be like one of the best animes out, and I hope it doesn't end soon because there's so much. Actually, I don't know because the way the first season is, I think it's like already branched out so much. Like he's already uniting nations in the forest. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of a lot to throw in the first season. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a short-lived series, like 5 or maybe, hopefully we get like 6 seasons or more.
6 seasons would be enough. I mean, most anime, you either see 12, 13 episodes or you see 25, 26.
Exactly.
Usually I feel like a show like this will be like the fairy tale level. We'll get like 250, 280 episodes, something around there. Yeah, if it gets more, then by all means, like I would love to see this keep going. And the manga is continuing. It's not over. So we can only get more from what we know right now.
I hope so.
But I'm happy you're excited, man. And just like, Dorohedoro and other shows, like this is one that I wanted you to watch. And you just need to keep going, man, because this... Yep. So the way where the season is at right now, oh my fucking god, bro! Like I want to talk to you about it, bro. Like I can't, I don't want to.
I definitely, every time an episode hits and I get feels. I just got to where the pink-haired chick who's a demon lord, she just showed up and she was just like, "Yo, I'm about to mess everybody up." And she starts messing everybody up, and then she's like, "Have some honey," and then she was just like, "What is that? I need more of that. Can I be a citizen? Yo, can I sign papers right now? I won't kill nobody." And then homeboy came into town from another demon lord, and she hit him so hard that he was just knocked out, but he blew off the goblin dude's face. And I was like, yo, that's graphic. I was just like, yo, it was all his meat and his bones and all the red. I was like, yo, and then he's like, it's all right, Lord, I'm fine. He's like, here's a healing potion. And then he walks up, he's like, what did I tell you? You can't be running around hitting people. She goes, he ain't from this village. I told you I wouldn't hurt nobody here. I'll bust his ass. He disrespected my friend. Anybody who serves under you, I'll kick his ass. I was like, yo, dude, this show is the biggest. I'll kick his ass for you before you do. Everybody's racing to fight for the slime. Like, yo, let me show you what I can do. So I really enjoy the show. I'm definitely, everybody watch the time I reincarnated as a slime. Like,
so the pink haired chick you're talking about, her name is Milium.
Milium, yes, yeah. Milium.
And she's one of the many demon lords. She's actually one of the oldest ones without me giving you any spoilers. So she's one of the strongest in the show. Where I'm at right now, there's a whole bunch of other ones. That's all.
I've seen because homeboy just called up the small one with the clown mask, And then she was talking about the blonde haired dude, but like he was like, all right, well, you do what you got to do. And he's trying to give her the information. She's like, bro, chill. You already put me on the mission. I don't need no help. I'll do it. I'll get it for you. Peace. And I was just like, dude, the whole forest and all, like everything, it's awesome. I love it.
All right, man, that's good. Going on to another anime, Seven Deadly Sins just dropped a whole new season on Netflix. We got more episodes of that. I don't know if you're not caught up, or you are caught up, but right now it's number 8 on Netflix's top 10. So they're definitely killing it right now for an anime. I will say that.
What season is it again?
Season 5.
Really? Just season 5?
Yep.
Damn, I thought they would have been up to 7 by now. They haven't gone away. You know what? It's messed up because I think I stopped around season 2 or like.
We got to remember they changed studios, so that delayed a lot.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened, and so that was just a whole bunch of other stuff. But right now they're back on track. We just got a season from them, I want to say like 6-8 months ago. So the fact that we already got another season, that's pretty badass. I want to jump into Disney Plus, man. Star Wars Visions just dropped. And I know you're not all caught up. You haven't watched all 9 parts yet. I've watched all 9 parts. I actually watched all 9.
Who cares? Episode 1 was the biggest drip of black and white. I played Ghosts, Afro Samurai, like bro. And then the red lightsaber came out, and I was like, yo, put some respect on it. First of all, homegirl Mary Poppins off her.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
Shout out to Yandu. But I was like, yo, dude, she just really came out. And then did you notice that every one of the people protecting the village was like a familiar alien race that's been throughout Star Wars? Like they had the lizard dude, and I remember what was his name, Bosk, I think, like the bounty hunter. And then they friggin' had the dude who was piloting like the little hover thing that was like had blades running around. It was like, I don't know if his name was Saboba or something like that, or somebody who raced Anakin in episode 1, his type of species. He was piloting that thing, and then everybody else was just like a different species. And I was like, yo, bro, this is lit. And then they were just like, yo, this is like after the war. These are the last of the empire, and they just come through and take what they want. And then they tried to run up in the village. Little boy stood up and said, bro, get out my house. Get out my house. Get out my house. And then I was like, yo, they're gonna kill this kid. They're gonna kill this kid. Boom. And I was like, oh, little kid's a G. And yeah, dude started shooting stuff. And I was like, yo, little kid's in charge. I was like, I'm with him. And then like the dude showed oh man, that was the chick who got off with the Mary Poppins setup, and then she just her art style of fighting along with the other Jedi, the other Sith, like them fighting. I was like, bro, this is like if Afro Samurai was in, because I played.
Well, he made a statement. He said he wasn't a Sith or a Jedi.
No, yeah, granted, and he was collecting Sith. He was collecting their lightsaber cubes too, so he might just be a bounty hunter. But at the same time, he did wield the Force. He did wield it, because when she tried to hit him, he was like, and she was like, yo, Jedi. And then he was like, I was like, oh, it's red. Damn. So it's about to turn up. And then they just beef. And I was like, yo, dude, there's nothing better than a Sith fight. Like if you've watched any of the Clone Wars and you saw Ventress fight Darth Maul or Darth Maul's brother, or like when the Emperor came out and fought Darth Maul and his brother. Like when you see Sith fights, they're so much more savage with their lightsabers, because their intent is just to kill. Like most Jedis is just trying to end it peacefully. Sith will kill you. Like, and it was just dope to see them in a black and white format of like old school Japanese.
Yeah, and it was really cool setting, man. When you see the black and gray, and then the only color you see is like the lights.
Lasers.
You saw the blue and green lights on the buildings, and then his droid was light up colors, and then like his wristband where you controlled the droid to send out the rockets. Yeah, he's like, you better have him fixed by the time that tea boils.
Yeah, like there's all the actual electricity, and the lasers were all the color, and everything else was black and white. And I thought, and everybody else's, I think their eyes had color to them. Some people, like the little kid, but like that was well done. Quick 15 minutes, they jumped right into it. I was like, dude, I wasn't expecting that type of juice.
Yeah, I was very curious to see how they were gonna play this out, but once again, this is something new that Disney did. Star Wars Visions is 9 different parts done by 9 different anime studios. Episode 1, The Duel, that we're talking about right now, it was done by Kamikaze Duga. And we talked about this before. Kamikaze Duga is the guy who worked on JoJo Bizarro, but not the actual anime. He worked on the intros and the outros. So the animation there. Seeing his style come to life in this episode, I was so happy, bro.
Like you can tell from the movement of the characters that it had a JoJo feel to it.
Yeah.
Like just the way the characters moved and how they walked and how like their after shadow was shot. It was like I feel the JoJo vibes now. Even some of the animation, how they were drawn out, especially the samurai bounty hunter.
Bro, you know me, man. Afro Samurai is the name. When I saw that first episode, I immediately hit you up because I was so amped. I was so excited. I was eating lunch at work and I jumped up like, no, this nigga did. Yo, when he hid the saber in the statue, and this chick thought she was all slick to hide to open up with the log on the waterfall, and then she went through the slice, and this dude just like. I was like, oh
I take your crystal. Oh man,
it was so dope, man. And then when he broke the saber. Right, this dude opened up his cloak like he was Ash Ketchum in Palatine. Like, I got all the badges, son. I'm heading to the league.
Team Rocket.
And then he thought about it and he gave Little Man the chief the crystal and he said, "Here, hold on to this. It will ward off evil." I was like, respect. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm hoping
with the hat. His droid with the hat, bro. That's like a hat from friggin' Ghost. Like you can get those type of straw hats, and the droid kept it on. And I was like, bro, he's giving me big Chopper and R2 feels. Like,
no, that shit was sick. And then I loved like the different stormtroopers had different Japanese style gear. Like some of them had like the Yakuza helmet. Some of them had it was so awesome to see the different mask and helmets.
I love that. It's like a cosplay crossover. It's amazing.
I always see the samurai or the samurai and the Ronin like stormtrooper figures, and like he legit brought them to life. And like now I want one. I really want one.
I want a suit. Shit. Stormtrooper Ambu.
But episode 1 to me, like that set the bar really high. Right. So when I continued on and I got to episode 2, episode 2 is called Tatunui Rhapsody.
Yep.
And it was a completely different episode. And that's what I loved about all the different segments is they're all completely different from each other. They all
did you watch
different.
them Japanese or did you watch them in American?
So I watched them both in American first in dub.
I watched the American ones. I didn't get to watch the Japanese.
And then because I knew this was all made by Japanese studios, you know, it was Star Wars. So I read that they had a great voice cast. So I wanted to see in English. I went through again because they're all so short. And I watched them all in dub. I mean, in sub. Now, I will say this, you know, in most shows when you have dub versus sub, they change the writing. So one thing, because I watched it one after the other, English versus dub, they did not change the writing. They didn't change the writing. Good. It was all the same. I will say this though, in the dub version for this second two, you know, this one is different, especially in Star Wars. This introduces the galaxy's greatest rock band, right? That's what I'm just gonna say. And you didn't get a Jedi in this episode. You got a Jedi who couldn't use his lightsaber, but he used it as a microphone.
Yeah. I thought for a second I thought he was gonna. I'm like, but what is he gonna use it for? You're gonna fight your way out of friggin' Jabba the Hutt ship with Boba Fett right there.
And when they took away his friend, the Jabba. I forget his name in the show, but I know he was a Jabba.
G.
Yeah, when they took him, when they took him away, and he tried to light it up because you know you had the Mandalorian come for him, the bounty hunter. When he tried to light up and it just sparked and fizzled, he's like, "You're right, we are just musicians." I was like, "All right, what's gonna happen?" So this dude's about to do something because he was in his feelings, bro. Like he was in the rain, screaming, yelling.
You know he was fleeing Order 666.
Oh, for sure.
He was a Padawan, and then he probably got away from his master, and then he stumbled upon a Hutt who was fleeing Bob, who's fleeing Jabba.
Yeah.
And
that was what I loved, man. And then we saw a new species that the drummer. I never seen that before.
Oh, the 3 dudes all
and I thought that was a cool setup. And then they had a droid on guitar, and I thought that was badass too.
Yeah.
So no, I love the whole crew. I love the dynamic. You could feel the emotion in the episode.
I like the song.
I thought that was really good. I'm not gonna lie. Episode 1 to me was the best out of every episode. There's another episode that I would put number 2. I'm not putting number two. But listening to it in English dub versus the Japanese, I did like the Japanese version better for this episode. I thought the singing was bad.
When the song started and I started hearing him singing in English, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's a catchy song, but I was like, really want to switch the song over to.
Bro, if you switch it over, it's gonna be on your playlist. I'll tell
you. Exactly. So I was like, yo, I know this is gonna be a banger. So I'm like, let me listen to this little American version first, and then I'm like, when I hear my other version, it's going right on my Spotify list.
And
It's not my
that's
fault.
where it surprised me, because when you watch in English and you watch in Japanese, once again they don't change anything. There's no changing of the writing or nothing. They
Yeah.
they keep it word for word the same. And then when you go to Japanese and you hear the emotion and the voice and everything, you could
Yes.
tell America did its best job, right?
Mm.
But they could not hit
They
that
can
what they were
never.
doing over there, and it was great in Japanese. Um, but man, what did you think between episodes 1 and 2? Like, what did you like? What did you not like between the two of them?
I honestly loved everything about episode one. Episode two, my only, like I said, like I loved it, but once it got to the song, I wanted to immediately change over, and I was like, it's gonna be a banger, and I can't wait to hear it that in that version. But I didn't have a problem with episode two because it was a different take on how people are living in the galaxy, and this kid wanted to rock out with his friends, and I love. He was like, "Hey, Jabba, this is your chance. You can be our endorsement." And I
I
was
was
like, "Oh,
so caught off
balls."
guard when that happened.
And then they still had the dudes go up with the guns, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then they just shot up, and I was like, they could have just lowered themselves and not shot
Yeah,
off at all. But it was dope. I liked. I hope that we get to see them again. Like I want to see them further down the future, like after shit has happened and they're just trying to be a band in the galaxy while everybody's trying to kill each other.
yeah, man.
Everyone's looking for Luke Skywalker. Hey, we're trying to get a gig. That's all we're trying to do.
I'm not gonna lie. From what I've seen from each episode, I would watch each individual series. I would love to see that happen. And the reason why I say that is because they all have their own story, like we just said.
Yeah.
Um, there's so much room to grow in those worlds with these characters, especially the Ronin walking around in the first one. Like, how did he get all
Yeah.
those crystals? How did he
Yep.
get into that position? Where the
Yep.
fuck is he going now? Like,
Yep.
these are all things I want to know. Because, like, once they saw that he had the red saber, they had no idea who this dude was. He is legit Ronin. Nobody knows who this mystery dude is, and I want to find out that mystery. And I want to see if these dudes become the greatest band in the galaxy. I didn't even know they had bands in Star Wars, bro.
Oh, come on! From episode one, like when they walked into the cantina gym,
Yeah, I
classic, or
know,
when
but
they
that
went
was
to
just the
Jabba's
regular
palace.
bar
You know,
band.
I have those songs on my Spotify. There's no bullshit. I listen to Star Wars music. So when it's just like I've always known that Star Wars has tried to have a musical approach because every movie, like Duel of Two Fates, is also on my Spotify list. That's the from episode one to Phantom Menace, where Darth Maul shows up and fights Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and you just have that epic symphony orchestra in the background. I'm like, bro, like I try to put that shit on when I play you on NHL and shit. Like I'll be trying like fighting games. I'll be hearing Duel of Two Fates, and I'll be like, yo, let's do this right now. Like this is for the like for the fates of the Force and the dark side and all that good shit. So like I always listen to Star Wars music. So like it's nice to see that maybe they'll push the Star Wars music further with that episode, and maybe they'll do something else like that again. It'd be nice because I do enjoy the Star Wars music.
Yeah, I hear you there, man. All right, now episode 2 was made by Studio Colorido, who's worked on anime such as Whisker Away, Burn the Witch, and Batman Ninja. So I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised to see the animation style they gave us based off those other projects. But I did think it was a good show. Now, because we're just reviewing those 2 episodes and every episode is different completely. Pass or play on episode 1.
Oh hell, play all day.
Yeah,
every day. You wake up, brush your teeth to episode 1 of Vision, just because.
That's a huge play for me. Once again, it was my favorite episode of the whole series. Now, episode 2, pass or play.
Star Wars fans who are watching this, I would hit play. For people who aren't too familiar with Star Wars, they'll probably see that episode and be like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because I already watched it twice. That episode has no replay value for me anymore.
Well, yeah, exactly. You've already seen it in both versions. You really don't have to see it again.
But I can go back and watch episode 1 multiple times and be satisfied with that. Like even if I'm just scrolling on YouTube and I see it pop up, I'm gonna watch that again. Episode 2, I don't care. I don't care to see it. But in our next episode, we will move forward and talk about the other episodes. But as of now, episode 1 and 2, you got to play from both of us. Episode 2, But all right, guys, moving on. We're gonna touch on Nintendo Direct that just happened. We're gonna speak on new things that they announced. The first thing that came out was a huge surprise. Nintendo announced that they're going to be working with Illumination, the studio that gave us Despicable Me, to make a new Mario movie. So I'm very excited to see this. We actually found out it's going to be coming out in October 2022, so a year from now. The cast members we have for each character so far, we have, surprisingly enough, Chris Pratt as Mario.
Oh, really? Chris Pratt again? I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, you have Chris Pratt as Mario. You have Anya Taylor-Joy, the lead actress from Queen's Gambit, playing Peach. You have Charlie Day playing Luigi, which I think everybody loves Charlie Day. I think he'll be a great Luigi.
Perfect. I think he's perfect.
You have Jack Black playing Bowser, which I'm excited about that.
Jack Black, one of my favorite actors.
Keegan-Michael Key playing Toad, which caught me off guard.
Why? He's in everything.
He is in everything.
And he should have had a bigger part.
I'm sure Toad will have a huge part in this.
I love it. It's too fucking funny.
You have Seth Rogen playing Donkey Kong. Yes, it is a Mario movie. Apparently Donkey Kong is going to be in this.
Well, I mean, there wouldn't be Mario if there wasn't Donkey Kong. But Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I think, is a perfect fit.
Yeah. And also as a surprise,
so it's gonna be dope.
They have the original voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, will make surprise cameos with multiple characters throughout the whole film. Apparently, he's worked on almost every Nintendo project, so they have multiple roles for this guy. Unfortunately, he won't have the voice of Mario. That's going to be given to Chris Pratt, but who knows? Maybe we'll see him pop up as Mario somewhere as like an alter ego or something.
Why is Chris Pratt Mario?
Well, that is actually my first question. Who would you rather hear play
anybody? I would have even done friggin' Jonah Hill as Mario before I would have done. Like, why is Chris Pratt? Because Chris Pratt's in everything now.
You gotta remember, people love him in the Lego movie, and I think that's one of the main reasons why they picked him. Stay
a Lego, because now for those who think the Lego movie is so great, when you go and see Chris Pratt, I'm sorry, anything he plays, I'm just gonna hear fucking Andy or fucking Star-Lord or like legit. Like, he can't be anybody else. Like, he went into Jurassic World as the same person, and like now he's gonna be the same. Like, I hear his voice and I'm just like, I just saw Tomorrow War. I liked that movie, but he's Chris Pratt. He can't be he can't be anybody else. You have to disguise him. You have to put him somebody else's face or cartoon character on him, because once you hear or see him act, it's just it's Andy again.
So I have a list of people who
would be better.
Be better. So I'm gonna give you a list, and you help me pick the perfect Mario casting.
Danny DeVito, first of all. I would have put Danny DeVito as Mario or Wario or something. Why isn't he in this movie? Go ahead.
So first one up, we have Josh Gad.
Who's Josh?
Josh Gad is known as, he's the dude who played Olaf.
That's my guy. Okay.
He's done a lot of different things.
He's done a lot. I actually like him.
I like him too, and I actually think he'd be a good Mario. I'm not gonna lie. He would have been,
much better.
Another Mario people have said is Danny McBride, which I don't know why you would pick Danny McBride.
Dude, why wouldn't you pick Danny McBride? Danny McBride would have been a perfect for Charlie Day, and Danny McBride is the Mario movie. Oh my God, Danny McBride, yes.
That would be great chemistry. Danny McBride and Charlie Day would have been perfect.
Danny McBride's overdue since like Eastbound and Down. He's overdue for like one of his like memorable roles. Like, he was awesome in Tropic Thunder. He was awesome in friggin' This Is the End. Like, we need more Danny McBride.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down. Danny McBride's one of my favorite actors. I'm not gonna hate him.
Hilarious, dude.
Another Mario pick people have is Nicolas Cage.
Why did we not get Nicolas Cage? Oh my God, why is he not in this movie? Did you see what he did in Spider-Verse? Come on,
Into the Spider-Verse, yeah.
Big mistake. Illumination not putting Nicolas Cage in this Mario movie. You fucked up.
Another person they picked is Dan Fogler. Dan Fogler, he was in the Ping Pong movie. He also is in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Oh, was he the big dude?
The big dude, yeah.
Yeah, I love him. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a great actor. I think he would have been good.
He's been in a whole bunch of shit.
But some people picked Robert De Niro.
Better than Chris Pratt. I'm sorry. These are all great picks. These are all great picks.
All of these guys you're picking over Chris Pratt.
And guess what, Illumination? You could have paid them less. Idiots. Like, bro, Chris Pratt, what are you guys pitching out for a Mario movie to Chris Pratt? $4 million for 5 minutes? Like
I don't know,
5
because
minutes,
Marvel
4
only
million.
gave him $1 million for
Because
his
he's not.
movies.
Yeah, because he's not friggin' Robert Downey Jr. or fucking like what they were like what he was pulling in just to be Tony Stark. I'm like, bro, why are you getting paid so much money when you're the most least athletic motherfucker up here and one of the oldest? But he did do a good Tony Stark. But it was just like, yo, bro, they were paying Robert Downey way too much money. But
so some of the highlighted tweets from Chris Pratt's reveal today was pretty funny, and I thought they were hilarious. So I just want to say these. I'm not going to say the names, but I'm just going to announce them. So one person says Chris Pratt being the voice actor for Mario has been the strangest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not gonna lie, I was caught off guard when I saw it too. So I do kind of agree with that statement. I am happy about Chris Pratt though, because I think he'll do a good job. Another person said, I wasn't ready for Chris Pratt will be playing Mario kind of news today.
Seriously, Chris Pratt's been in another movie again. Like, bro, like he's on every like you. It's already bad enough that you got him off cable television. Now he's on every fucking platform. Amazon.
Hey, him playing Andy
Netflix
was one of the best castings ever. So,
and you know what? And Andy's gone. He's gone unless we get a reunion. Unless they make, because guess what? Chris Pratt will come back with his own show called Andy. Like, bro,
I'd watch it.
I want him to get fat. Put the weight
you
back.
Want fat Andy back?
I want fat Andy back. I want fat Andy back, and I don't want hot Chris Pratt. I don't. Like, who wants that right now, dude?
The last tweet I have, I'm not going to say the game because we're going to talk about it. He says, I can't even focus on Nintendo Direct because they just dropped the Chris Pratt news as Mario, and you can't just say that and move on. Like, can we talk about this, please?
Bro, like, give it a risk. Like, Chris Pratt, you already have all the money. You don't need it anymore. I'm pretty sure he has a house on the moon at this point. If Arnold Schwarzenegger does.
So besides the Chris Pratt news and that kind of being unsettling, because it seems like they picked everybody else just fine. Are you excited about this movie?
Terminator 7 starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Chris Pratt. Like, that's what it's gonna be, bro. Like the funny killing fucking robot from the future, Chris Pratt. But all right, I'm sorry. Ask you a question. Chris Pratt makes me mad sometimes.
Are you excited about this movie?
I'm very excited for the movie. I
Especially with Illumination.
I was very excited, but I wasn't like, I was like, oh my God, Illumination. Mario's gonna be Chris Pratt. Why? And Charlie Day's gonna be Luigi. Okay. And then the Jack Black's gonna be Bob. Okay. But can we go back to the lead actor? Can we go back? I would rather one of the minions. I would have rather they did the thing where like Mario's hair covers his eyes, his mustache is so thick, but he speaks so like Italian that he sounds like a minion, and it's just marbles out of his mustache, and just have a minion's voice for that, and then everybody else can be the same actors, and there's no Chris Pratt, and I guarantee you that would have been a better movie.
Speaking of minions and Despicable Me, let me ask you this: do you think Steve Carell would have been a better pick for Mario?
Yeah, I honestly,
because I really love Steve Carell as Gru, and
he could have done Gru's voice for Mario, and I would prefer that over Chris Pratt. But I haven't seen what Chris Pratt's gonna do. I have to. I'm not excited for him being Mario, but everybody else listed, I'm like, bro, how do you hit gold on every one of those other selections, but the first one is like, yo.
Once again, I'm assuming it's because of Lego Movie. Like the success from the Lego movies is huge, and Chris Pratt is the main voice actor there. So they're just going with their gut, and a lot of people know Chris Pratt. So especially the younger kids nowadays, like they're gonna hear that, see that, and they're gonna.
Hey guys, remember? Yo, you get the Chris Pratt skin on Fortnite. yeah. The young kids know Chris Pratt, all right. They know him as Star-Lord. They don't.
Well, I got some other news that might excite you, bro.
They don't know who Andy is, but go ahead.
So Legendary Pictures, a huge U.S. movie studio.
Legendary. Yo, they were part of Batman Begins. I love Legendary.
Yep, Legendary Pictures. They've made a lot of our favorite films. They've worked on Inception, Shutter Island, a whole bunch of different movies. Batman. They are actually moving towards completing a deal to get the live-action Pokemon movie rights.
What? The same people who did Detective Pikachu help out with that?
No.
This would be a different. All right, so this wouldn't be the same.
Completely different. This would be Legendary Pictures.
Darker.
having the
Darker.
complete rights to making a live action Pokemon movie.
What if they do a horror Pokemon movie?
I'd be so down for that.
Awesome. Because Pokemon would be fucking. Imagine seeing a Gengar in the room with you. Hell no. Go to hell.
I'd be so happy, bro.
Bro, like, but like, I've seen some artwork over the years of people drawing like their best adaptation of Pokemon in the real world, and I was like, bro, I'm sorry, if that was alive, no, I'm shooting it. I'm sorry, that scares me. It's a monster, and that's what they're called, pocket monsters. Yeah, monsters that can fit in your pocket.
I think that would be the title of the movie, Pocket Monsters.
That would be dope. Pocket monsters, and it'd be like a little bit more monstery than like child friendly, and I think that would be fucking lit.
But I'm gonna go off of a list of I'm just gonna go off the top 10 movies from Legendary Pictures, and then we're gonna talk about whether or not they deserve to make this movie, because I think this studio will do great things with this. So we're gonna start off with The Dark Knight. We just talked about, they worked on Batman movies. Done. One of the greatest superhero films of all time. Yes. Nobody will dispute that. I'm not even a DC guy, and I know that's one of the top comic book movies of all time. I just named another one earlier, Inception, another deep, dark movie that everybody loves.
And the visuals, it's very visual.
Yep. They did Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm.
They did Interstellar. Interstellar was a great movie.
I've seen choppy parts of Interstellar, but it's I've heard good things about it. And
they did The Dark Knight Rises. They worked on The Hangover. They did Watchmen.
There you go.
They did the movie 300. They did the movie The Town, and then they did Black Klansman. And then the list goes on and on. That's just the top 10. And those are all fucking amazing movies. So if they're gonna have the rights to making live action Pokemon movies, they know what they're doing. I'm happy to hear that.
I wanna say that, but I can't see. I need to go more into the list, because a lot of those movies are great, but like only one of them was like out of that list that you named was like visually superb. So I'm wondering, can they tackle a Pocket Monsters movie?
Well, I'll keep going if you want. So real quick, they did Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, see these movies are great movies, but they're like, even for Batman, like Batman wasn't very visually spectacular because they didn't have to use CGI.
They did Pacific Rim.
Okay, there's Pacific Rim. There you go. That's a good one.
They also did Jurassic World. They're behind Man of Steel, another one of the best comic book movies of all time.
See that, like, that's visually grabbing movie. Pacific Rim, visually grabbing. Inception, like, as long those are the movies I'm looking towards.
Just to name a couple more, they did 2014's Godzilla. They also did Kong Skull Island.
There you go. See, all those movies are like, that's Pocket Monster. Like, those are the movies that Legacy should be like, hey man, we did, from the creators who brought you this, and this of those visually grabbing movies, and how we did giant monsters already. Now we're gonna tackle this, and hopefully they do a good job.
Bro, I would love to see an in-world look at Pocket Monsters on the big screen, especially battles. You know, if I can see my nigga Jolteon come out with the bro, I'd be so amped up. Jolteon versus Gengar.
Jolteon, I think I'd rather see a physical Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee, and then like them in a type of fight that's like that Legacy Studio or is it Legacy?
Well, I mean, I feel like we would have to see one of each type, and if we're talking about the first generation,
because the Gyarados in Detective Pikachu looked great. Like the Magikarp even looked great. Like a lot of the Pokemon in that movie looked really good. And like if this studio is going to tackle it, and
yeah, but some of them looked really bad.
Yeah, like the Snorlax, a lot of them did.
The Psyduck looked really good.
The Psyduck the Lickitung looked great too, but it was just like, yeah, some of them they put a lot more work into. That's why I'm just like, this is like, you got Pacific Rim and Kong under your belt. Skull Island itself and how they made that island, like, that's enough for like Pocket Monsters worthy, like that movie alone, because it was so visually grabbing, you know. So I'm excited. I'm glad that they're still doing their thing, and they haven't been hit by a lawsuit yet or nothing too major that caught my attention. So good luck to them in that studio.
Yeah, I hope they get the rights, because I would love to see that happen. If it does happen, we probably wouldn't see that movie till like 2025 or something. So who knows?
I
But
don't know. Hollywood's getting bored before another pandemic.
yeah. All right, man. Following that question, I want to ask you a serious question. With the success of Detective Pikachu, even though I wasn't really a fan, it was a successful movie. Then they did Sonic. Sonic was highly successful.
Sonic was amazing.
Now we know Sonic has a sequel coming. Now we have a Mario movie working with Illumination. And now we have
it's Illumination and not Real World.
Yeah.
So.
Now we have the potential of Legendary Studios working on a live action Pokemon movie. So with all this happening, do you think we'll see a Super Smash Brother movie come?
See, is that asking too much? If Illumination does it, but at the same time, remember, we've played Super Smash Brothers, and you know how the story really doesn't have there's a story, but it's just like, I mean,
I've been thinking about this, like, how could this possibly happen? And like, every time I think about it, my mind goes towards the movie Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, thank you. Okay.
And like, if it's that kind of movie where like something's going on and you guys need to like work together, like even I don't even know, like maybe there's a tournament, they're fighting, and something goes wrong, then they have to team up, work together against the crazy hands because it's the hands that's destroying the game. I don't know. Ran through.
Like I would. That's exactly before you even said it. I was like, I think the only way this would work is if it had like a Wreck-It Ralph background. Period. Like Wreck-It Ralph. I was like, there you go. I was like, that's the only way.
Yeah, I keep thinking of like Jumanji, where like they turn on the game and then shit happens. Like something like that.
In the game.
Yeah,
in the game, people charge up and knock you. That would be cool.
Like, that would make sense. Then Chris Pratt could actually play Mario.
Well, Chris Pratt can play himself, and then I'll pick Kirby, and I'll just turn into a brick right over him. I'm just playing Chris Pratt. You're not that awful.
All right, that's enough of the Smash Brothers. I would love to see that happen, especially
it's enough of Chris Pratt America. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Nintendo also announced a Nintendo Online Expansion Pass. Now with the pass, nobody knows how much this will cost. No prices have been dropped yet, but with the pass, you will get a digital Nintendo 64 and a digital Sega Genesis. The collection will start off with on Nintendo 64. You're going to start off with Super Mario 64, Star Fox, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and then Sega will give you Sonic 2, Echo the Dolphin, and Golden Axe.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the first list I've heard of games they were giving out, and I'm sorry if you guys are going to give us digital Segas. And okay, N64, that's great, but it's the same thing you guys have been pumping into our systems for the past 7 or 8 years. Great. I want to play Golden Axe again. No, I just played that on my fucking phone. I don't want to play Golden Axe 1, 2, or 3. I don't want to play Golden Age. Hey, maybe Altered Beast. No, that's all shit you guys threw on a collection on the Sega Genesis collection for Xbox 360. So, we're going to give it to you again. See, you know what? I thought you were going to say with the online expansion, you can pay extra money to talk online. And that would have been something I expected. But for you guys to try to rehash us again, no, they already rehashed. Like, I enjoy my Switch package when they give you the Super Nintendo games and the Nintendo games. That's original shit. But you're just going to rehash Sega again? You guys, what? You're giving me Sonic 2 again? I already have 9 Sonic 2 cartridges that it can't be returned to FuncoLand. I don't want Sonic 2 again. I don't want Sonic 3. I don't even want Sonic and Knuckles unless it's going to be the movie. So, you know what, Nintendo? That's a little sad. Y'all try to rehash me again? What are you going to give me next? Fucking, what's that game? Paperboy? Like, shut up. Sit down, Nintendo, and fucking come back with some. No, bro, will somebody please remaster NBA Street? Like, do something original. Remaster the PlayStation 1 games. Nintendo, and y'all didn't drop Breath of the Wild 2 either? I'm gonna
get to that.
They better have dropped it. You guys are giving me Sonic 2?
But they did not drop
the game again? Bro, I'm sorry. That's blasphemy, because they're gonna give you another for the people like us who are at the age of like, hey, we want to see this again. But guess what? This is something they've already done over and over and over again. I've already rebought old systems. Remember when people were going crazy trying to get the rebirth of the Nintendo and the rebirth of the Super Nintendo? And I was just like, wow, some of y'all couldn't just hold on to your systems. I'm not going to go and give somebody $300 to $400 for a system that like you should still have. But Sonic 2, they said Sonic 2 and Golden Axe. Oh, again, Golden Axe. I can find in my old PlayStation, Xbox 360 games right now, the Sega Genesis. I can go on my hard drive on my 360 and still have those games because they've already done this. I understand that Sega's ass fell from under it. All Sega has now is Sonic, and now Nintendo owns it. But for them to, that's how much money they want, PJ, for
They
the
haven't
online
announced it
expansion.
yet. Haven't announced it yet.
It better be $20 because that's what I paid for fucking the Xbox 360 Sega Genesis collection. Kiss my ass. N64, you guys should do better. You should do better if you
Well,
want.
hold on. Before you go at 64, they did announce that future 64 titles are going to be coming soon, which is Majora's Mask,
GoldenEye.
F-Zero.
Okay, Majora's Mask. Okay, I love Majora's
You're going to
Mask.
get F-Zero.
Okay.
And then you're going to get Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh, Banjo and Kazooie. I'm so excited. You know what? I'll go play Banjo and Kazooie on Smash Brothers where it's more fun. I don't want to go back and play the old games again. Like I was there.
So you've been going on a rant. So this actually ties into my first question. Do you believe we should have to pay extra for the same games we've been playing all these years? Or should they give it to us for free?
You know, we shouldn't even answer that question. You should ask yourself, anybody, not me and Afro. You look in the mirror and ask yourself, do you think you should pay for another Golden Axe in Sonic 2 for $60? Ask yourself. Please like and subscribe.
Now you threw out a title GoldenEye. Now that was one of my favorite 64 games. I still have the cartridge and everything. Yeah. Now let me ask you this: what 64 games, what Genesis games would you like to see come to this past? That is my personal question for you.
And you know what? They've already brought a lot that I did want to come back. But Sega Genesis, they had this alien invasion game. I forgot what it was called. It was graphic, and it was kind of like a side scroll Double Dragon type of thing. I don't know if it was called Alien Invasion or whatever it was called, but it was one of my favorites. But Sega Genesis didn't really have that many.
Well, for me, Sega Genesis, they had the Spider-Man game, the X-Men game. Like, I would love to see those games come back. Like, I had a lot of fun with those.
See, most of those we find in like local arcades.
Yeah, 100%. But not everybody can go to arcades anymore.
True. The pandemic, ground beef or ground turkey. That's what she has. Yeah, I agree with that. But like I said, a lot of these games, like they've already refurbished. So that's to ask me to pay for it again. Like to think about it. They've already released these tens of times. Like come out with a little something more original. Majora's Mask, that'll be great. Like I said, the N64 aspect of it is dope. That's dope.
I mean, but you're right. They are recycled. Like I played these same games on Nintendo 64, and then I played them on my DS.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. See, there's games on the DSs and stuff like that. See, there's a lot of original content. There's more better original content on the Game Boy series than you had on the Sega and at the time. Well, not at the time N64 because N64 is still on N64. You can play every fucking wrestling game you've ever played on N64. Yep. So you bringing that back, hey, that reaches my nostalgia. That's something they haven't done originally. You haven't brought back that feel of, hey, here's every single WWF from 1998 to 2005. Here's where WCW came in. Here's where ECW came in. Here's where Sting and the NWO, like the birth of all this stuff. So I was just like, if you want to do that, that would be a great feel. But Sega, again, I'm sorry, Sega should be free.
It's funny that you said that because one of my Nintendo 64 asks to bring back was NWO, WCW Revenge. I'll never forget that intro where, it starts off with the truck coming and then Sting's just in the middle of the road and you just see the lightning light up. And it's just like, to me, that was one of the greatest intros of any video game of all time. Accident happens. Yeah, that shit was fire, bro. I'll never forget that. One of my favorite fighting games of all time. GoldenEye is another game I want to see come back for Nintendo 64. Pokemon Stadium. I'll never forget Pokemon Stadium or 2. Like, I had so much fun with those games.
Gauntlet was my favorite N64 arcade game. It was like Gauntlet Legends. They would have like the magician, the Egyptian monk, the like everybody run around 4-player. It's kind of like Diablo, but it was Gauntlet Legends, and it was like one of my favorite games to play with my cousins. I used to just go to my aunt's house to play the N64. Like N64 had a lot of bangers. Like I really did appreciate that system. So that's good for them announcing that. That should be free. That should be free for everyone who's paying for their Switches to be online year round. So I think that N64 should be free, and that's how you're going to boost sales. Never mind if they're going to come out with another Switch or a better model of the Switch. Like mine's fine, but I'm pretty sure soon enough they're going to be like, got to make another Switch. Which
So
I don't think they need to. Keep the Switch, keep it around. Thing takes apart. I'm playing Mario Golf right now. That game is amazing. Amazing. Sitting there trying to play against the wind.
Other Sega games I would like to see. My introduction to Mortal Kombat was on Sega.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat Legacy, Mortal Kombat 3,
Mortal Kombat would be
2.
pretty dope. Also Earthworm Jim. I played
Jim.
that. That was one of the Tick. That was another game I played. They had Looney Tune games. They had a bunch of stuff.
Battletoads, Itchy and Scratchy. Like Sega. That's when we get into that area of Sega and Super Nintendo, because they were both sharing those games.
Yeah.
Because companies like Midway was sharing between both of them, so it was just like it. Like there are some games, but I'm sorry, when your big announcement is here, we're releasing Sega, and they're gonna be like, oh, what game are you gonna give us? Sonic 2.
To be fair, that was one of the most badass Sega games, though.
It was the only Sega game. Bro, do you know how many versions of Sonic 2 I had? I had so many Sonic 2s, I couldn't give them away to my friends anymore. I had to keep them. I had ones that said no retail price. I had ones that said no return price. I had ones that literally didn't have anything sticker on it, and you're like, I can guarantee you I put that game in. It's Sonic 2. It's Sonic 2. Like, legit.
It's funny because other Sega games that I had, I already bought and have on my Switch. Like I bought the classic 2-pack of the Lion King and Aladdin.
Yeah.
Those were two of my favorite games. Another one was Jungle Book. Like I already have this stuff. So I'm not looking to pay extra money for games I already rebought multiple times.
Especially when they're asking for more than fucking $10 to play a game that was made over 30 years ago. I'm sorry. No, not Disney. You already have a subscription service from me. Why can't I get your games for free?
That would be dope if you got that with Disney Plus.
I pay for Disney Plus, and I watch your shit like religiously when it's released. And I'm like, you bought Star Wars, you have all my money. So why do you need more? Because that's what sells. Flashy shit, throw it in front of me. Here's my money. Okay.
Well, all right, man. Let's talk about new games they didn't announce. Hopefully, you get excited about a couple of these.
Sonic 2.
The first game I saw that I was excited about is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, this is a post-apocalyptic 3D adventure. It's the first 3D
about time
Kirby game.
They do a post-apocalyptic Kirby.
And based off the gameplay that you saw, I think you should check it out. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Based off,
I love all Kirby, but you said post-apocalyptic. That's all I need. I need Kirby.
But also, once again, it's 3D, so you can run around and be Kirby, do Kirby things. I think that's dope. And
I love Kirby.
Just like when they announced we were getting a new Metroid Prime game, this is something else that I'm excited about. Like right here, and I can't wait to play this game. Another thing they did a Bayonetta 3 reveal trailer, which is cool. I never played Bayonetta. I've used her in Smash Bros, but the gameplay looks dope.
She gives me big Dante vibes. It's just like I think her game's more of a.
It's funny. That's why I never played it, because it looks like a knockoff to Dante to me.
But she's created a fan base, and I'm like, well, of course you created a fan base. You have a skin tight friggin' outfit on, and you have guns on your heels. Like they're trying to grab a crowd of like people, and they. To me,
you know who she is. To me, she's Ivy from Soul Calibur, just with a gun.
Yeah, exactly. She is Ivy. She's Ivy from Soul Calibur.
Besides that, one thing I'm excited about, Splatoon 3. They made that announcement. I was
going to ask you if they made another Splatoon.
And I love Splatoon. It's one of my favorite Switch games now. The only thing that I don't like about Splatoon is that there's no split screen. So you can only play with the other friends on other systems. That's the only downplay, because I would love to play that with my fiance or my kids when they come one day, because it's such a fun game.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything about maybe them adding that feature, but I think that would be dope if they did. It would be the number one Switch game for sure. Another announcement they did, Monster Hunter Rise is getting a new massive expansion in 2022. It's supposed to be like a whole new game. And they added a whole bunch of details in there. I haven't played Monster Hunter since Generations, so I'm excited for those people who do love it. And I know my buddy Kurt is huge into that. The number one game I'm excited about is it's a new kart game like Mario Kart or like Crash Bandicoot, but it's called
But
Chocobo GP. So Chocobo, if you know Chocobos, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is my favorite game franchise of all time. And the cool part is this: instead of you getting items when you go through the little things, you get characters' abilities to shoot at people. And
okay.
it adds a whole bunch of different characters from all the different Final Fantasy
I'm
series.
trusting it's more cartoony too, since it's a kart game, right? It's got a more cartoon. It's Final Fantasy, but they
Correct.
got a little bit more of a chibi or something kind of vibe. That little like kind of like what anime does when they have a show and then they kind of make fun of it in the toony version.
Yeah.
Like an animating it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be dope.
It's a good way to look at it. It's legit. Just from what I saw, because there's a gameplay, you can see the gameplay. It looks just like Mario Kart, except for it's Final Fantasy.
Okay. Does
and like seeing VV with his hat on, fucking throwing lightning bolts at people, I got so excited.
Oh, the little blackface wizard, dude, right? Yeah.
VV is one of my favorite
so
characters.
They're gonna bring every character from different games. That's dope.
I was caught off guard at first because when it said chocobo races, you see a chocobo, but the chocobo's on rollerblades just fucking whipping, and I was like, what is this? And then all of a sudden I saw VV in the cart, and I saw other people. And I was just like, this is fucking amazing. And I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, check it out.
The last thing I want to talk about, Nintendo surprised everybody by launching Castlevania Classics. That's actually already on your Switch. I don't know if you know this.
Oh.
They released last night. It's handheld classics. Every game such as Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Area of Sorrow, and Dracula X. They're all available on the Switch to play. They came out last night. So if you're a huge Castlevania fan, which I played a lot of Castlevania on the 64, the only reason why I didn't bring that up earlier is because they're already there. So that's badass, especially with how good the anime is doing. I think that's huge for the Castlevania series, because now you're going to get more younger people involved, and then they're going to find it on Netflix and be like, what the fuck? Parents are going to be concerned.
I was just saying, I was talking to somebody about this not a couple weeks ago, maybe, but I had told them that I had never gotten the chance to play the Castlevania games. I played a couple of them on Nintendo, like the original.
Yeah.
But like growing up, I never like got into them. And then I'm all caught up on the series, and I was just like, bro, how am I not playing this game? I'm like, if they make a dope Castlevania game and it's like backed by, I don't know, just not to say that they would ever do it, but like Rockstar or some major company was to make a Castlevania game that was like open world and some similar to the series, I'd be like, bro, I need to go back. I need to play all these games. And then it's awesome that you announced that they just dropped all that. I was like, word, I don't even have to go look for them.
Yeah, now you have them. I played them all on 64. I remember my buddy growing up, he always had them on his Game Boy Advance. I never played those like that. I only played it on 64. And that was the first game that me and my little brother played together. So I'm thoroughly excited about that. I can't wait to jump back in and play those, because I haven't played those in fucking years. I'm talking like 25 years. It's been a long time.
Legit. I was just like, dude, I don't even know the titles of most of the games, but it's dope that Nintendo dropped them, because that's a better news and reveal for me than, hey, you can play Sonic 2 again.
Or Chris Pratt is going to be Mario.
Or, hey guys, Chris Pratt and Sonic are teaming up. Like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm all set with that.
The one thing everybody was looking forward to yesterday that didn't happen is we were all curious to see who was going to be the final fighter announced on the Smash Brothers DLC pass.
Oh, damn. What happened?
They actually did not announce it. They actually came out and said that Smash Brothers is going to have its own mini direct series on October 5th at 10 a.m. So on Tuesday, October 5th, we're going to find out who the last fighter is being added to the game, along with some other news about Smash Bros. So who knows? Maybe we'll get a Smash Bros. Movie. Maybe they're talking about a new sequel coming in the next couple of years. I know they also had some Animal Crossing news, but Animal Crossing is also going to get its own mini direct sometime later in October. They did not release a date yet.
I'm surprised they don't already have one out. Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They have such a big fucking fan base.
The following for Animal Crossing is unreal. I know people older than me that are obsessed with that game, male and female. I know more males that play that game.
I know more
than I do kids or
game.
Females.
Yeah. Like I'll be seeing my friends.
I just don't get it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it.
My friend's on word. Oh no, they're playing Animal Crossing. It's not them. It's their counterpart.
Yeah, I had a lot of people calling me on like, bro, I see you have like over 400 hours played on Animal Crossing. No, that's my fiance. It's not me. I haven't played 1 hour.
Be yelling at my work partner. I'm like, bro, how are you playing Animal Crossing? I thought your thing broke. And he's like, nah, she has a Switch. All she does is play Animal Crossing on my file.
Well, that's it for me, man. You got anything else you want to add before we say goodbye?
What do I want to add to you assholes? Well, if most of you people are caught up on What If, you know shit has hit the fan, and
So
I hope. What? I'm not
I'm
going to say
not caught
anything. I'm
up
just saying.
on What
So people watch What If. Disney Plus killing the game. Visions. What We Do in the Shadows on FX and Hulu. Watch that. Great is one of my top 3 shows of all time right now. I've had a chance to try out Predator Hunting Grounds on PS4. If anyone plays that, that game is hard as shit. But I finally escaped my first Predator, and today I killed my first Predator. Two of them.
Bossing
Yeah,
up.
don't stand next to him when you kill him. Run. Run. You watch the movies, right? Why didn't I run? Run. Get to the chop. I didn't run. Blown up, and I lost. But I killed it. But I still lost. Dope game. What did they Shang-Chi wasn't that bad. I thought it was pretty cool visually. I enjoyed how they're going to link that into the next and where Marvel's going next. That was amazing to see. The after
Yeah, I wanted
credits.
to do a Shang-Chi review on the next.
Hey, we'll do it on the next one. I just want to give my quick 2 piece and a biscuit. I thought it was okay as for most part, but I want to see a Shang-Chi while he's when he's the teenager. I would love to see that, like him at that teenage stage where if they can do like a Disney Plus miniseries. The Hawkeye trailer, that was different, but I like where the direction they're going. The girl they picked for Kate Bishop, she's the girl from Bumblebee, and she's been in other things too. But I know her most from Bumblebee because it was the one Transformers movie that I was like, I'm not going to see because John Cena's in it. John Cena's a great fucking actor, people. He has a movie called Vacation on Hulu. I think it's called Vacation Friends or something.
Vacation Friends. It's an amazing fucking movie.
Wow, him as Peacekeeper, and like he's just doing a great job. I hope he does better.
Peacekeeper coming in January.
I haven't even watched the trailer yet because I just want to be stunned because I was like, dude, he's just like, this is after what happened in Suicide Squad. So I'm very excited to see what direction he'll go with this series. I'm hearing rumors of the Batman is more of a horror movie, which I'm excited for with Robert Pattinson.
And I don't know if you know, they announced the Penguin, played by Colin Farrell, is going to get his own show.
His series. So if I also mentioned this before that there was talks that they were going to do a Gotham PD series, which is a prequel in the Batman Year One. So in the Batman Robert Pattinson movie, I think it's year 2 or something like that. But like you can see from the trailer, the cops are more familiar with him being around, like he exists. But I think in the Gotham PD series that's going to lead up to that, I think it's going to center around Jeffrey Wright, who's going to be playing Commissioner Gordon. I think that they're gonna do a series of just following crooked cops and some good cops in Gotham, Jim being one of them, and then they'll just like it's gonna like the Batman's a myth. Like people are like, yo, did you hear? No, he's not real. Like, whoa, dude, this dude was strung up like this, and dude kept saying he saw like if they can build that up to where the Robert Pattinson movie is, but I really feel like they're not going to do it by now because if they haven't announced it or have any type of footage from it, I don't think they're going to do it. But if they're announcing the Colin Farrell series, anybody can get one, bro. Yeah. Anybody in that thing, and I'm hearing it's more of a it's turning out to be like more of a horror thriller than a fucking hero movie. You know?
Well, I mean, based off what I've heard, part of the reason why Colin Farrell is getting his own series is they signed him on for a big deal, and apparently he's not in this movie that often.
Well, you know what? And I wouldn't expect the Penguin to be because he's not a major villain. Like they did that he is a major villain, but he is not a big time villain. Like he's a rich Cobblepot. Like he doesn't come with any particular crazy like over strength skills or he's faster or smarter than Batman. It's just he wants money, he wants diamonds, he wants to rule, and he'll shoot shit. Like it's going to be interesting because if I don't know if you watched the show Gotham that Fox did, they did a really good job with Oswald Cobblepot in that show. Yeah, they did
a good job with him. I like the guy who played him.
They centered a lot more around his despair of like who he was, but at the same time, a lot of like the information they were using for him wasn't even like most of the original information. So it'll be nice to see because a lot of people don't know that the Cobblepots And what was Alfred's last name? Alfred Pennyworth. The Pennyworths and the Cobblepots. There used to be a beef with the families way before, like when Oswald and Alfred were younger. So they like know each other. There's an animated cartoon Batman where like Cobblepot would be like, Pennyworth, is that you? And he'd be like, oh. He'd be like, how do you know him? He's like, families know each other. Used to do family gatherings and then Cobblepot would be all up on Alfred, like, my guy, yo, try this shrimp. Yo, how you been? You looking great. He's just like, don't touch me, bro. It's that's their chemistry. Pennyworth and Cobblepot, they come from a family, so it'd be interesting for them to do that, because I know DC also has the Pennyworth series that they've been doing for I think a couple seasons now. So like it's like DC's they got a lot of series that aren't making like big, like Doom Patrol just entered their new season.
Yep,
So,
that's
like,
actually what I want to talk about on our next episode. I wanted to do a review of what's going on with Doom Patrol and Titans.
Oh my god!
And we can go into more speculation on trailers for Marvel and DC. We can also do our Shang-Chi review. So next episode we can do all Marvel, all DC. What's happening now and what is to come.
I love it. And I'm glad we're back. And I don't. It's not an announcement, but I think I already talked to PJ. I think I'm gonna try to do more content with other people too. I want to like just throw as much whatever we can get going. I got a bunch of other people who I think like they need to be on this channel with us, and I think we can, maybe grab more viewers. So stay tuned to us because I think it's only going to grow bigger. Oh, dude, isn't Venom coming out next week?
Yes, sir. October 1st.
All right, so fuck Shang-Chi. I'm sorry about that. We are going to see Venom together before they do another fucking lockdown. Like, we need to go see Venom together. It's going to be October 1st. Like, they pushed up the date and like
October. So that's next Friday. So we can do an episode next Friday. We were going to do the Marvel DC episode on Monday. But yeah, we can go into the Venom review. We can do it that Friday because I have Friday off and I'll be more than happy to go into it and watch it.
I'm so excited for that. It's like, dude, September's over. Wake me up when September. Like, bro, I wait for this month all year just to play that song and Earth, Wind, and Fire and a couple of other September songs because it's just, I love this month. Football season starts for most people. Kids are back to school. Like, the holiday seasons are back in. Get ready for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and all that shit. But fucking, bro, this September went by so fast, and now I'm so happy I can say that Venom comes out next week. And not far after that, like a month and some change, we're going to get Spider-Man Far From Home. No Way Home. Like, the juice. Like, Vision has just dropped all their episodes. Like, damn.
Yeah, September has been good to us, and I'm very excited.
Juice. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bullshit. I'll see you on Xbox in like 2 seconds. So I'll see you on the next episode. And everybody, thanks for being here.
Hey, comment, subscribe, hit us with the comments of what you liked about the episode, what you're excited about in Nintendo Direct, Marvel, DC movies, TV shows, whatever you got going on. Let us know. And until next time, peace.
Later.